Welcome back to Give Me Five with Jones and Eli. Jones, I was thinking about this the other day because we as a society, right, we fight so much. We have wars, we have battles, we don't agree on anything, right? There's one thing, though,
Sure.
that the entire world can agree on, and it's not even a real thing. Somehow, we as a society have come to a universal understanding that there is a, spoiler alert, fake man who lives in the North Pole, flies around on a reindeer, and delivers presents to people on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, coming through a chimney. Like, we've agreed on this whole backstory for him, all these set of rules, but we can't agree on anything else. How have we done that as a society, man? It's like, why does nobody just spoil it and just admit that it's not true?
I think it's great for the economy. I think that's why it's Christmas is the booming time of the year. I don't think we all agree that Santa's real. I think a lot of
nobody would go. No adult would go and to a kindergarten and say, by the way, Santa's not real. It's it's a promise. It's unwritten rule that nobody goes against it.
I've certainly spoiled the fact that Santa is not real to many people before. Yeah.
What?
Oh no. Yeah. Fake as hell, man. When I think when we were in like kindergarten, me and some of my buddies discovered that Santa wasn't real, and we were like the FBI sleuths of the year for discovering this. And then we would go around and like we'd pull people aside. Hey, yo, Brandon, Santa's not real.
You're an awful human being. You're an awful human being.
Would be like a whole thing. Why? We're just informing the people.
How did you find out? How did you find out? What was your aha moment?
It's a good question. I suppose I just read up on it, or maybe I heard my parents talking about it or something. I never believed in Hanukkah Harry either. You know what? Also,
what the fuck is that?
The Jewish version. This is the Jewish version of Santa. Also, you know what I've never believed on? You know, it was always like a crock of shit, which was going around, especially I would say like second grade time was peak. The elf on the shelf. People were always moving that around and saying that it actually moved, and I was believing it. I actually bought into the elf on the shelf, but clearly this is just a doll that your mom throws around the house and you're like, how did it move?
So I just Googled, because you said you Googled it. I Googled, is Santa real? Right? And the first thing that comes up is a Santa tracker, which says 8 days until Santa departs. You know, the first article that comes up, according to historical records, Santa is real. You know, the next one, Santa is real, of course. The New York Times reported it back in 1897. He has his own hotline, blah, 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 blah. Santa's real, according to Google. My point is, it's a global conspiracy that even fucking Google is in on to try to lie to all the kids. Like, how have we done this as a society? It's insane.
Well, then what makes you so sure he's not real? What evidence do you have to the contrary?
Yeah, you know, for the first time...
For the first time in forever.
You might be right, actually.
Jones is right about a take.
Santa's never come to my house personally, so that's I don't have a lot of empirical evidence to suggest that he is real.
The last time I checked, you don't celebrate the religion, do you?
That's true. I don't celebrate Christmas, so that's
so why would he come to your house? You didn't even make him damn cookies.
That's true. But my point being, just because it's not proven that he does exist doesn't mean that he doesn't exist. You're right. He might be real. But I mean, but let's assume, for sake of argument, that he's not real, based on let's just assume. I'm still waiting.
Based on the reality that we've never seen a fat man in a flying sled with reindeer.
Why, as a society, can we not get behind other things? Why can't we be like, okay, let's be peaceful? You know,
because Santa's harmless. Because Santa is a really
think about it.
Pretty much a harmless idea.
Old man who goes into little kids' rooms and
but Santa is a harmless figure. Obviously, when we're talking about how much federal funding should be given to this war, I mean that has real implications. There's no real implication of believing or not believing in Santa. Kids have a little bit more joy. Yeah, it would be nice if we could apply that kind of buying in logic to how we feel about peace and how we treat people in society and immigration and poverty, but these things have real implications, and we're polarized on that. I think we are a little polarized on Santa. I think we're even polarized on this podcast about how we feel about the existence of Santa. I think in any kind of personal space, we're a little polarized. No, it sounds like you're anti-Santa. You're anti-Santa's existence. No, you're anti-Santa's existence. No, but I'm saying that
last time I checked, you went around in third grade and told a bunch of kids that Santa didn't exist.
Yeah, because that was just fun. That was just fun.
Oh, so you
He
just
might.
like to torture children for fun.
Well, what I learned is that, you know, Neil deGrasse Tyson says, like, the more that you know, the less that you realize that you know. And now that, you know, I'm a more sentient being, I would say, I can't, I really look at it evidence wise, and I can't say there's some defining piece of evidence that I do not know Santa is real for sure.
What's your stance on the tooth fairy, really quickly?
I mean, obviously fake, but a good way to make money. Good way to make
You're the
money.
kid.
And, oh yeah, did you see that great TikTok where the guy was like, "Dad, Santa, the tooth fairy gave me $100 last night." He was like, "Oh my shit, what did I accidentally put under there?" It's great. So this has been Give Me Five with Jones and Eli. A reminder to follow us on Instagram and TikTok for a chance to suggest our next pod topic. Eli, thanks for talking.
It was a pleasure, Jones. Talk to you soon.